Good morning, everyone. We are continuing with some ideas about the Yom Tov of Purim. The Zohar tells us a fascinating idea. It looks and examines the word Purim, and it looks at the holiday called Yom Kippur, and it tells us that Yom Kippurim is Kepurim. The day of Yom Kippur is only Purim, it's only like Purim. Whenever you have a letter Chaf in front of a word, the Chaf means that it's like this. So Yom Kippurim is like Purim, which means, as the Zohar and the commentators explain, that as lofty and as holy and as elevating as the day of Yom Kippur is for the Jewish people, and we view it as being the holiest of all days of the year, you should know that it's only like Purim in its holiness. It's only like Purim in the Devekas and the closest that you can reach to Hashem. It's only like Purim in regards to the high, lofty levels of ruchnius, of spirituality that a person can reach. But rather, Purim itself, this holiday, which a person eats and they drink and they spend the day running around delivering baskets and giving tzedakah and standing in shul and booing when they hear the name Haman. That day of Purim is really greater than Yom Kippur itself. And the question obviously is, how can we say such a thing? One day is fasting, is acting like a malach, like an angel, is doing tshuva and asking Hashem for all the forgiveness in the world. Another day, celebration, inebriation, dancing, singing, laughing, running, doing all different things. How can that day be the holiest day of the year? Perhaps the answer is the following. The goal of Yom Kippur, this day of holiness and sanctity, purity, is a mitzvah in which the Torah itself commands us to do everything that we possibly can to make ourselves holier. You're not going to eat or to drink. You're going to fast all day long. You're not going to wear leather shoes. You're not going to anoint yourself. You're not going to wash yourself. You're going to spend the entire day, nearly 24 hours in shul, davening and clapping al chait, striking our chest and apologizing for the sins that we have done, and be engaged in a world of tshuva in which a person asks for slicha, mechila, v'kapara, for forgiveness. Such a person, with all of those details of their life on the 24 hours of Yom Kippur, impossible that they're not going to become like a malach, like an angel. The whole entire day is built for becoming an angelic person. On the other hand, we have Purim, a day in which a person eats, and they eat very well, and they drink more than they would normally imbibe on a regular day. We celebrate by singing and by dancing. We run around and we give gifts to the poor. We give gifts to our friends, baskets, driving, music, dancing, all different physical things that we're involved with. And yet Purim is the holiest day of the year? Yes, because when you can take all of that physicality and you can take all of these actions that Chazal, the sages, are telling us that we must be involved with on Purim, and within those physical acts of eating and drinking and dancing and singing and giving tzedakah and giving presents to others, within all of that, if you can elevate yourself to become like a malach, to become like an angel, that's much higher, obviously, than a day of Yom Kippur, when the day itself was given to us and created for us, and it was told over to us in such a way that this is the way in which you are going to become an angel, desisting and detracting from the physical world. But Purim is my total involvement in this world, because this is the place itself where I'm going to find the greatest levels of my spiritual freedom, my kedusha, my holiness, my tahara, my sanctity, and my purity. So may we be zeicha to have a Yom Kippurim, which is really Purim, that the day of Purim itself be an elevating, uplifting day in which our tefillahs, our prayers, and our mitzvahs, our avodas Hashem, reaches into the Shemayim, into the heavens, allowing us to become the greatest Oved Hashem, the greatest servant of the Rebbeinu Shalom that we can possibly be. A Freilichen Purim.